In this video, I'm gonna teach you basics of dribbling. If you're a beginner or if you're looking to improve your dribbling techniques, you're in the right video. But first, in this video, I'm gonna really start from the basics, and that's what you need to improve. And then you have to put everything on top of each other to actually bring it to a level where the defenders are fearing from you. You can learn about all these complicated dribbling techniques like the roulette or the rainbow flick or elastico or reverse elastico. Simple way of dribbling, which is, I think, in my opinion, the most effective way. Simply approaching to a defender and quickly switching from the inside to the outside of your foot. But first, you have to know how to dribble, how to run with the ball when you're using the inside of the foot. Then you have to know how to run using the outside of the foot. So these are critical points that you must master first. Then, once you actually master these techniques, just using the inside or just using the outside, you have to know how to switch from inside to outside or from outside to inside. Because think about it this way, you're running towards the defender, and obviously if you're only using the inside of your foot, that means you're gonna take the ball and go to your weaker side, weaker foot. And that's what a defender wants from you. Or if you're using the outside, you're gonna go to the outside of your body, which is your dominant foot, the foot that you're actually dribbling with. Ideally, defender would want you to take the ball and go inside, which means your next step would be taking the ball to your weaker foot. They wouldn't want you to carry on with the outside of the foot because you're gonna end up with your dominant foot. And that's scary for a defender. And if you start to think like a defender, you would really understand how they would welcome you. So I'm gonna put you in that situation now. Let's say you are the defender and I'm the attacker who has the ball and coming towards you. What would confuse you the most? Let me tell you this. If I'm coming towards you and if I'm using the inside of my foot, automatically the defender thinks that I'm gonna go this way. But if you are able to change the ball from inside to outside, now you're confusing it. And you can do this by quickly, very simple. And I think that's the simplest way to eliminate a defender. Or you can do this, go outside and then switch it to inside. These are the simple steps that you have to master. Because if you know this stuff, then the rest will come. Because let's say you are doing elastico. The idea of elastico is actually go from outside to inside in one move, connected move. And that's the idea of elastico. And the roulette, you have to take the ball from your dominant side and then carry on with your weaker foot. So this is why know the basics first, and then we're gonna start adding the elastico types of dribbling techniques on top of it. Not in this video, but you will be able to see it on my next video. So until this point, if you have any questions, please drop a comment and let me know what you think. And if you are still struggling with something, a simple ways to improve these techniques, you can set up the cone right in front of you, pretend like the cone is the defender. And as you are running towards the cone, ideally when you're running to a defender, you would start fast, and then as you approach, you would slow down. But when you slow down, you have to start taking smaller steps so you actually have the composure, control over the ball. Not too under your body, but just like about a foot away from your body, so you can actually have the control, and so you're not allowing the defender to win the ball. So once you actually understand this, when you are doing these drills with the cone and as you are dribbling towards the cone, or a friend, if you have a friend, you can try this with your friend as well. When you are running towards the cone or your friend, make sure you start with a fast pace. So you learn the movement of slowing down your pace, because you're gonna have to slow down your pace. Unless you're a rapid player that you can just go around the defender, no problem. But if you're a slower or not too fast but not too slow player, you most likely will have to slow down as you're approaching the defender. Because the idea of slowing down is actually you thinking what the defender is gonna do, what the defender's next move is gonna be. Because ideally, you want them to make the first move. You don't wanna make the first move. But a good defender, an experienced defender, also thinks this way. The experienced defender thinks that you're gonna make the first move. A good defender will wait for your move, and that's why they'll want you to come closer to them. They'll want you to think more. They'll want you to stall more so they can invite their teammates over to help them out, so they can direct you accordingly. If they have a teammate coming to help them, then that means they want to direct you towards them or towards the outside. This is the exactly reason why you want to keep at least 2 meters distance from the opposition, because the defenders are strong also with long legs, so they can reach. Their reaching potential is quite high, so you want to lower this opportunity for them. And that's the idea of that. You want to keep that 2 meters distance between you and the defender, so you can actually think better, think quicker, wait for them to make a move, because you can wait. You're gonna have time to wait, and if they're still not making the tackle, if they're still not making the move, that means you're gonna have to play simple. Also, you need to observe on the pitch where are the risk zones. So in the central areas, you can't take too much risk, because if you lose the ball, the opposition is gonna win the ball and they're gonna counterattack really quick. So you have to not lose the ball in the central areas. But when you move towards the opposition's 18 area or near there, then you're more free and you can take more risks. And that's the whole idea about dribbling. The biggest tip I can give you, be simple with your dribbling. Because how many times do you see players using elastico or the roulette? Very rare. Most of the time, especially in an official game, with all the adrenaline you have, you're gonna have to do the simple things first and simple things best. And that's what a great player is. You have to do the simple as best as possible. And simplicity is gonna give you the success, not all the hard stuff that you barely can do. I have so much experience playing football, but like how many times I've tried those stuff on the game? Maybe once or twice in my career, my 25 years playing football. So simply keep this in mind. Your approach, your distance from the opposition, your understanding of what the defender thinks, and how well you can switch from inside to outside or from outside to inside is significantly important when it comes to a successful dribbling. Other important point is being able to use your right foot as well as your left foot. This is very important for you to be successful. I lacked this my entire life, and I can tell you I regret it so much. I should have put in so much work when I was younger and actually improve my weaker foot as good as my dominant foot. This will give you so much advantage on the field. I cannot stress this enough. After you work on this technique as you're approaching to a cone or to your friend, you can set up multiple cones, like 6, 7 cones, and have foot or foot and a half distance in between each cone, and then try to slalom around these cones. And once you are doing these drills, make sure if you're going to inside, use the inside, and if you're going, when you're switching from inside to outside, use the outside of your foot, and learn to switch from inside to outside like you don't even have to think about it anymore. When you're on the pitch, you shouldn't think that you have to switch from inside to outside or from outside to inside. Get the habit of doing this. You will be a successful dribbler if you know the simple step. When you are dribbling around the cones, doing the slalom, make sure you switch from right foot to left foot to right foot constantly. You don't have to do it in an order. You don't have to do it from right foot to left foot. Just take 2 steps to right foot, then 1 step of left foot, or 2 steps of left foot and take 1 step of right foot. This is gonna help you, because you have to be inconsistent in the game when it comes to dribbling. You have to be unpredictable. The only way to do this, if you're always using 2 steps of right foot, 2 steps of left foot, this is not gonna give you inconsistency. This is gonna give consistency, and it's gonna give better understanding to the defender. So you have to switch this. Sometimes start with the left foot, then switch it to your right foot, and try to really understand and learn the opposition, the other positions, which means go watch fullback videos if you're a winger, or if you're a striker or a midfielder, go watch defensive midfielder or center back videos. I have tons of videos on this, their positioning and their skills and techniques. Go find my playlist and actually watch these videos and learn the opposition, learn the different positions, because it's very important that you know how they think. Then we get to your own abilities. It's very important to know and understand your own abilities. So if you're a fast player, you are not gonna have to think as much of a slow player, or you don't have to stall or slow down as much of a slow player, because you have the ability to actually take the defender in front of you and use your speed to eliminate them. You don't even need to have a specific dribbling technique. Go to either side and just focus on eliminating the opposition. If you're a slow player though, you really have to actually learn to slow down by having the control of the ball and keeping the ball close to your body with smaller steps. Being honest to yourself is very important to understand your capabilities. For me, I've always been a slow player, and I am a slow player. I'm even slower as I get older. It's really important that I'm honest to myself, that I know this, so I can actually adapt my playing skills according to that. Because if I pretend like I'm a fast player, or I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm a fast player, that's not gonna help. Because if I do that, then I'm just lying to myself and I'm pretending like I'm fast. I just can't. It's impossible for me. Or if you are a fast player but not very technical, you also have to admit that to yourself. Okay, I'm not very technical, but I'm rapid. So I can actually adjust my game, adapt my game according to that. I hope this video was helpful. I'm gonna make a video on more advanced level of dribbling techniques, and please stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Drop a like this video if you enjoyed it, and you can also find my playlist right over here, right over here. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.